Guys, how are we doing? Simon Brown here with another video. This is an important one today, one I haven't done before, and it's looking at, I guess we could call it damage limitation on trench lock gyratory and roundabouts in general. So I'm going to move away here. I'm going to talk to you on the move. What we're going to do today is we're going to look at, you come to your driving test, for example. It could be a driving test, it could be just a normal drive, and you might be focusing on something else, a different little world, might have something on your mind, might be very nervous on a driving test. I know I certainly was on my driving test when I took mine probably 16, 17 years ago. And you take the wrong exit on a roundabout, or you miss your exit. Missing your exit is probably the more appropriate one for this video. So let's look at how we can solve that issue and still be safe in the process. Because on your driving test, if you take the wrong exit, or if you miss an exit, or if you forget where you're going, or you don't understand what the sat-nav says, or anything like that, you don't fail your driving test for going the incorrect way, as long as you've still been safe in the process. So what I mean by safety is that you've picked the correct lane. You might have taken the wrong exit, but it's still been safe. You've not affected anybody else. You've still used your mirrors. You've signalled at the right time. So let's say here, for example, we're coming to trench lock here, and we're going right, 5th exit. And we're going off towards other routes. So I'm going to be using the right-hand lane. I'm checking my mirrors. I'm signalling right. I'm getting down to 30 on my speed for the speed change. So we've done all this correctly. We're thinking, yeah, I've got this. I know what I'm doing here. And then it's a little bit busier on trench lock, for example. You've got lorries all around you, and you don't get a chance to count your exits, and you sort of think, oh, that one on the left there, that's my first exit. But then you get mixed up in traffic lights and lorries, and you forget what's going on. Especially if you see a lorry in the far left lane like it is at the minute. That left lane takes you off the trench through a residential area, so I get the impression that lorry's in the incorrect lane, so in a minute he's probably going to want to try and move across. So I'm kind of thinking about that, really. And I've lost track of what exit number I'm taking. I think, oh no, where am I? Is that my 3rd exit or my 2nd exit? Where am I at? See, there's a lorry moving there. I've lost track of what I'm doing now because I'm thinking about this lorry. I'm thinking about all this traffic. So this is actually my 3rd exit. My 4th exit's here ahead where that blue lorry's just gone. Now at this point I should be moving across the left lane, ready for my next exit, but I haven't. I've forgotten where I'm going, and I'm in the right-hand lane still. I should be where this yellow learner car is marking, because I should be exiting there shortly. Now again, I'm getting a bit panicky because there's vehicles blocking my exit here. I can't move because my lane ahead is blocked. These vehicles that are going into this lane are potentially creating more problems, so I'm just going to sit and wait behind the line. There's no guarantee I'm going to be able to carry on through because my light might go back to red, so I'm keeping an eye on my traffic light, and now I'm moving. I've just got away with that there. And that's my exit there. I'm thinking, oh god, I'm still in the right hand lane, what's going on? Not to worry, stay in the right hand lane as you are. The examiner might jump in and say, oh, we should have taken that exit, we need to go around again. So you know where to restart now. The sat-nav's probably having a fit at you at this point as well. Now trench lock is a little bit more than just using the right hand lane. You've got to come into a few lanes. So look at this sign here, trench. I'm going to mirror signal right, and I'm going into this inside lane that opens up. Okay, so I need to get back in the right hand lane. If you look again, it does it again, so I'm going to go mirror signal again. I've got to get back towards that inside curb, which is where I am now. So the curb is on the right hand side of me now, directly on the right. So I'm back in the right hand lane. I've come from that exit on my left there, so that's where I've come from. So I'm going to start again essentially. So I'm going to go right, Horton Wood, there's my first exit. It's a bit quieter now as well, so I can take a bit more time to focus. Exit 1, indicate right again. A518, exit 2. So now I'm counting because I haven't got as much to worry about anymore. And now I've got this now. I know what I'm doing. I know which way I'm going now. I've remembered. If you don't understand something, by the way, on your driving test, ask the examiner to repeat it. They can't help you in the process, as in they can't tell you what to do, but they can advise you. They can perhaps reiterate it, or they can repeat themselves, or they can even say, oh, follow signs towards other routes. They can do that, as long as you ask. If you need a bit more information about it and it's an ambiguous lane or an ambiguous road sign, they are allowed to do that. There's trench, that's my 3rd exit. So now I'm feeling a bit more confident about this already. So I'm thinking, right, I know where I'm going now. I'm taking the 5th exit for other routes. So Trench is my 3rd exit. Coming around the roundabout. There's my 4th exit there, right. Checking straight away, blind spot check, indicate left, and I'm in. And I think, yes, I've done it now. I'm in the left lane now, I'm ready to take my exit. My left indicator's staying on, lights are on green, everything's coming up rosy now, and I'm off. And I'm thinking, oh, thank goodness for that, and I'm off. So there we go. That's one way of thinking about it. Just keep pushing on the inside lane. As long as you use your mirrors and your signal, just keep moving right, and you'll reset yourself. And just kind of redo it. Bit of a rewind, bit of a restart. Now, second option. I'm coming from here now. I'm following the A518. I've seen my sign on the left there. A518. I need to use the middle lane. I've got this. Right, middle lane. Left lane's for the A442, I know where that's going. Right lane's for buses, taxis and bikes only, I've got this. They're going through those blue circles there. Perfect. I'm going to be going from the middle lane, and we're going to filter across to the right hand lane when this light goes to green. We're on top of this now, guys. Right. So, I'm looking ahead, I'm looking at that yellow lorry, and I've missed this exit sign. And I should be turning right here, but I haven't done that. Because I've lost track of what I'm doing, and I'm thinking, oh no, I should have gone off there, shouldn't I? No panic. I'm in the right hand lane again. Just move once this time. Following the lights, feeding it round. I haven't seen A518 on my sign yet though, so this is a bit of a confusing one. You need to sort of sit yourself in the middle. So we're in the middle here as it stands, waiting for the light to go to green. And we're going to just basically filter around the back, and we're going to come off the A518 in the same kind of way. But we're just going to do it a bit further around. So now I'm going... Oh, there's a sign for the A518, there it is. So I'm going mirror signal left now. I see Stafford and Newport A518 there. I'm coming to my giveaway. So all I've done wrong is I should have just come round through the middle, but I've just come around the back of it instead. So not the end of the world, just make sure you move with the lane. Bit of a more tricky one, that one, because you haven't got any A518 road markings on that one. So it's not all doom and gloom, because that cut through the middle isn't the only way to get to the A518. You can go around the back. As long as you get into that middle lane and filter around and come off separately, that's something we can deal with afterwards. But don't keep going right on that one. I suppose you can. If you keep going right, you'll end up back at KFC, and even then it's a bit of a elongated way of doing it, but you wouldn't fail still, because you've still moved safely. You've come off at KFC again, for example, and then you've decided then, oh, I'm going to take the exit through the middle again, which is what I should have done first time round. There's a few ways of doing that one. It's not, but bear in mind, it's not game over. Don't just think I've taken the wrong exit, it's game over. There are ways of fixing it. Got plenty of ways of dealing with that and fixing it. As long as you exit safely. And if you're still unsure, take an exit that makes sense to you. If it's not the A518, but it's somewhere else, because that lane tells you, like if it's back off towards Whitchurch or the A442 North, so be it. If you're following the sat nav will just redirect you, or the examiner will just say just turn around at the next roundabout and come back on it. Doesn't matter really. As long as you are safe in the process, you can go wrong a couple of times if you need to. They can't fail you for it. Don't ever feel like just because you've not taken the correct route, that's game over, because it's really not. Doesn't matter. It generally doesn't matter. As long as you drive safe. They're not after you to be a taxi driver. They're not looking for you to be a taxi driver getting someone to the right destination and knowing the knowledge, in inverted commas. As long as you are safe in the process, that's our main concern. So that's a few examples there of how to deal with trench lock if we go wrong, because our mindset's somewhere else, or we're nervous, or we're concentrating on something else, like that lorry that moved lane earlier on. Lots of things like that. Hopefully that helps. I will do a few more examples of going wrong on roundabouts and fixing it. Trench lock's one of the more difficult ways of doing it. But if you've got any questions about that, please drop a comment below, and I'll try and address it either in the comments, or I'll film another video that might help you. I hope that helps, guys. I'll speak to you soon.